What advice do you have for people, and this includes myself, that we read a podcast, we read a book, watch a podcast, and we do have that initial motivation to wake up early, to read a book, watch a podcast in the morning, but that only lasts about a week, maybe 2, 3, but then something happens and it's lost.
Yeah.
What's some advice that you can give?
Start small, man. You got to scaffold your victories. And scaffolding, for those people who don't know, when you're let's say someone's going to paint an entire skyscraper, you don't paint the top floor, you paint the first floor and work your way up, right? And so that's the way I would do. You scaffold your victories. Your victories are not going to be home runs. You have to create singles and doubles. You're not going to be hitting home runs every time you go to bat. And so for me is, let's say you wake up, Eli, at 6:45. Well, what time do you normally wake up?
Right now at 6, because I train all the way to the website. It takes me 30 minutes. I've been doing it consistent for 4 weeks already. Okay. So right now at 6 to get there at 7.
Okay, so let's say you tell me I'm your mentor and you say, Rick, I need help and this is what I want to do. I wouldn't put you on a 4 a.m. plan like me because you would fail. I would put you on a 5:45.
Oh, okay.
Right? So you think, Rick, come on, this is silly. 15-minute difference. I could do this. Well, try it. See if your body doesn't notice a difference. Your body is a robot, bro. They notice. Like, it sounds bad, but like by 4:05, 4:10, I'm in the restroom. My body already, for the audience, I know that sounds weird, but like at 4:05, 4:10, my body's already telling me I got to go to the restroom. And so that is how I've already ingrained the habits for myself. It wasn't like that at first. There's a lot of kicking and screaming internally for me. So if you're waking up at 6 and you say, Rick, what do I need to do? I'm not going to tell you wake up at 4. Wake up at 5:45 and do that consistently for a month. And then once you do that for a month, then you're going to be like, okay, what am I going to do in that extra 15-minute period? Well, don't waste it. Don't shit it away. Now you have 15 minutes. So you're going to, for 5 minutes, you're going to meditate. 10 minutes, you're going to read a chapter. Whatever. Or you're just going to make coffee, drink your water. Tranquilo, whatever the case, but capitalize on 15 minutes.
Poquito a poquito, and that makes a lot of sense because, and you're absolutely right. If I was to wake up at 9, 10, 11, and all of a sudden I want to wake up at 5, I'm going to be motivated for 3 days, 4 days, and then I'm going to go back to my old ways, right? And then I'm going to put the excuse that, no, that doesn't work. But in reality, it does work. It's just the approach that you took to do so. That's what it is.
Yeah, it's kind of like working out, man. You like, I don't like waking up to go to the gym. I know people do. They're better skilled at it than me. I like waking up because I like working, but I don't like waking up because I like working out. So, but me da hueva. I'm just human, right? But once I'm up and once I'm in the gym, it's game on. I'm good. Then that laziness it is gone, and you're in the gym. You might as well go all out, right? So it's really just like your working out mode. Like, I'm not going to expect a person who's never lifted the bar, which is 45 pounds. I'm not going to expect, he's weak as heck, never lifted the bar, to go ahead and put 300 pounds on that bar. That's not realistic. That's not his anatomy is not going to allow him to do that. So let's start with less than the bar, or let's start with 5 more pounds, whatever the case may be. And then you scaffold your victories until you get to the point where your strength is better. So the brain is just the same way. You wire it consistently to not give in to your fears and to your apprehensions and to your laziness, and you rewire it enough, and you do that through a course of time. Eventually, it's going to seem like second nature. That's why for me, my body at 4:05, 4:10, I'm on the shitter. It's programmed for me. I went to a Forbes conference in Boston a couple years back, and one of the people that was getting interviewed was a YouTuber. He was like a 20-year-old YouTuber, and he's a millionaire. And they were talking to him about, like, what are some of the steps and blah, blah, blah. And he's like, honestly, is embrace the suck. And I was like, what? And I'm like, this is what I flew to a Forbes conference for, to hear a 20-year-old. But then it resonated with me. Like, it's true. Embrace the suck. Like, you start off and you're not an all-star. You suck. And you were talking about it, and I was hearing your story, and I'm like, that's my story when I first started speaking and whatnot. You're like, I don't even like hearing my voice, man, on air. And so you just got to get used to, like, this whole microphone thing. It's awkward for a lot of people, right? But then eventually you just get more comfortable with it. So my advice to you and my advice to anyone out there is just embrace the suck. Don't worry about what people think about you. Just practice your craft and do it with amazing grit, and eventually you'll get better.
Señor, thank you. It means a lot coming from someone like you, like yourself. So again, thank you. The last subject